Hello everyone, this is Stefan from Lush and Salty Aquariums. I hope everyone's doing all right. I am. And today we're going to have a look at the Aquarium Edge-Lit Cube Aquarium. It's in one of my daughter's rooms. I set it up for her. And it features, of course, these disco lights, which you can actually control the color of from this switch here. And it works really well. I've said this before, it's pretty obvious the lights provide no benefit to any of the creatures, the plants in particular. They're just for show, and in a teenage girl's bedroom, that seems about right. But the cube's a good quality made receptacle, if that's the right word, and it serves for a pretty badass little aquarium. Obviously, the primary resident is this female beta, which I got as a juvenile at Petco for, I don't know, $4.99. She's grown up into a very boisterous and lovely young woman. Female beta. Woman. I don't know if making pets like people. In any event, there she is. And what's cool about this tank is the lava rocks that I gathered from a neighbor's hideous garden landscape, but they're really cool in here, especially against the black substrate with the disco lighting. I thought the red would sort of give it a Martian lunar vibe, which which it does. But I've got all kinds of simple plants kind of lodged in between them. Obviously some Java fern and a sword plant, which has lost some leaves. It's not doing brilliantly, but I put some fertilizer under a rock there, which sword plants tend to benefit rapidly from. I also have a few of my favorite plants, the smaller variety of crypts, one here, and then my even more favorite, the variegated with some purple highlight, that crypt in the back there. And then in this tank, what's really neat is the frog bit basically is clustered across the whole top. I pull some out almost every day, and it creates this wonderful canopy of hanging down root systems, maybe better than in any other tank I have for whatever reason. The light is a real strong one. It's from Petco. It's an Aquarium nano light, ostensibly made for this very aquarium, but it's also good for just about any aquarium 20 gallons or under. It's a strong light. It's working well. I'm not sure why the sword plant hasn't responded to it. So some fun facts about this tank. It's well, let me get to the obvious. All these pygmy corydoras are doing really well in here. They school and thrive. They look great. They pop against the red rock, and they're very happy. So is she, if not a little aggressive at times, and always hungry, unbelievably hungry. For a beta, she acts more like a Danio or some sort of schooling, constantly feeding fish. So the other two inhabitants, Rocky and Bullwinkle there, the one on the bottom is a hybrid Endler fancy guppy, mosaic guppy, and I didn't know quite where to put him. I've got a school of very long tail fancy guppies in one tank, and all my other tanks I've called to just be Endler tanks, so this was sort of the odd man out, and I put him in here. And so this Endler, now this Endler was in a jungle tank I just did a review for in another room, and I essentially last night, in a fit of coronavirus inspired restlessness, dismantled that whole tank basically to catch him, because this guy in that other tank was so aggressive in attacking tank mates and other Endlers. It was driving me crazy. I couldn't enjoy watching the tank because of the constant bullying. So I took out a whole bunch of the stuff that's in that tank so that I was able to capture him. And I did that, and I put him in here because this betta fish and Sparky, the hybrid orphan guppy, aren't going to take his bullshit. They just won't, and he'll be put in his place and basically be a beautiful Endler that he is, but not guilty of committing any small crimes and misdemeanors. So in this tank I have him, I need a name for, and then Rocky and Bullwinkle here, which is which, I don't know. But I wanted to kind of update you and show you, and here's an Amano shrimp. So this tank is doing really very well, all things considered. You can see there's no pollutants on the ground, so the catfish are doing their job. She eats everything that falls, and the guppies take food from the water column. Mostly the plants are doing all right, some doing excellent, like the frog bit, and the water's crystal clear. So that's the Aquarium Edgelit update. Have a great day, and always keep your hands in the tank.